This is the Milo Sweet Podcast, where you'll learn to get unstuck. Start now. Conquer life's challenges by learning to do difficult. Find quick and clever ways to overcome. Wait, did you think life was going to be easy? Remember, all of your excuses are now dead to me. Let's get started. Guess what time it is? It's time for you to hit the subscribe button and find just 1% that you think will benefit from this. But if you're feeling a little generous, right? Or you're super free with your time right now, probably doing nothing because you're listening to this. Well, maybe if you're doing something, actually just make yourself free right now. Hit subscribe. What are you waiting for? Hit it. Come on. Hit subscribe. Now, I wonder, if someone is starting right now in video, they're just starting with their business, they don't have a large budget. Can you help them, or is there different tiers for when they should come to you, or a certain level?
Yeah, I mean, there was definitely not one time over another to have a conversation. I mean, my door is always open. I love speaking with people, hearing what they're doing. But to answer that, no. I mean, with the advent of cell phones and smartphones, you have a high definition video camera in the palm of your hand. So that's enough to get started. And, pointing it in the right direction and pressing a button is something that somebody can help you along with. But really just getting getting it started is one of the hardest things you'll have to get over, because a lot of it's in your head. And when it really comes down to it, you're just really sharing your expertise. You're just talking about what it is that you do best. So there's no reason to be scared or think that people don't want to hear it or think that it's not valuable, because if it wasn't valuable, you wouldn't be a business. And if you weren't an expert in it, then, there'd be no reason to put a camera on you in the first place. So no matter what level you are professionally, you're a lot higher up than the person that you want to help. So they need to hear from you. No matter what way you make it possible, you should definitely start somewhere.
I love that. You just said a couple things. I don't know if you know this, but you're full of little nuggets. You said no matter where you're at, you are a step ahead of the person that you want to help. And I think people forget that they can help someone. There's things, it's interesting you just said this, because I reached out to one of my friend's husbands we kind of think similarly, and he was helping, they were helping me together as a couple, but he had a little bit more expertise in it because we have similar strengths. And him and his wife were saying things about me that I did not put the pieces together. I was like, I didn't see myself that way, or I don't see that I'm good at that. I don't understand what you're saying. But I think it's important for us to get a lot of perspective, maybe even outside of our own heads, to help validate or to just help see what we're really good at and what people would like to hear from us, because we all have skills and values or expertise that we can share. Now, I'm going to do something a little weird because my brain is weird. Which place was the most fun to live? I'm sorry, I couldn't. I'm like, I want to ask so bad.
Most fun to live, I think I would have to say Los Angeles, just because they live in their own world there. The days don't really matter, and what we consider the weekend here isn't the weekend there. Like Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, or they might be a work day. And, the day you might get off is a Tuesday, especially if you're in the entertainment industry, things like that. You might, Tuesday and Wednesday are like the Fridays and Saturdays anywhere else. So it was really crazy to not know when things would happen and things like that. And to have to really, put that aside and focus on putting in work. And it was a good balance, and it was a fun time in my life. But I think I'm a little bit glad that I have some form of schedule and something that I can, really just put my time into and get things done.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Now, I do want to reach deep down and find something that might make you feel a little uncomfortable. It's like, what would like your grandmother's advice be right now? Like, just, if you went to her right now, what's something that you feel like she would say to you? Because I feel like it's interesting you said that she was a big motivation for you. She believed in you. And I just think we all have to know someone believes in us. Like, what would your grandmother say?
Yeah, I think that it's great that we have the people that support us in our lives, and people support each other differently. I've always felt with my grandmother, she got me. She always said what I needed to hear, was always there when I needed her. And, even if she didn't necessarily understand my motivations or what I was trying to do, she would always give me that push. And I can remember a note that she wrote to me, to say, it said, keep writing movies and keep producing movies, that, I kept with me for a really long time because, she got it. And no matter what was going on, no matter what part of the country I was living in, she said, just keep pushing and do what you're doing.
Well, that's beautiful. I like that. And that goes right into what you said the whole time, which is start. You can't keep pushing if you haven't started. So that's beautiful. Any last words before we wrap it up? Like, where can people find you? When are we going to do this again? That kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm happy to talk whenever. I mean, I think this is great what you're doing, and really giving people the courage and the permission to look inside themselves and dig deeper and want more for themselves and to grow, because that's what it's all about, growing as a person. We're not perfect, and it's about getting to that next level, whatever that is.
Yes, I agree with you. Thank you. Yeah, so where can we find you, Jamodi Robertson?
So you can find me at my website. You can go to my-video-guy.com.
Mm-hmm.
I have a free training there that you can go to, or you can give me email at jamodi.robinson@gmail.com. Ask me any question, no matter what stage you're in. I can definitely point you in the right direction. And even if it's not working with me directly, I'm really happy to get people started, because it's all about you doing what you're supposed to be doing. And what I do is really to help other people not only fulfill what they're trying to do in their heads, but to share what they're doing with other people.
Oh gosh, that is wonderful. I like that. I might take that. I'm not sure yet, but I feel like that was like a great way to end. I love that. All right. Okay. Thank you so much. This has been so much fun. I am super excited. We got to figure out the next time we do this. Or I actually would like if we could do something like just showing me walk through that, like walk through what you do, or even just like, because even in my head, I like to see, I'm fascinated by seeing other people use their own skills, because, well, I usually don't possess them. And because then people understand the value of them. I think sometimes the skill is just ambiguous. If you don't have it, you don't see the value in it. And when someone shows you, you're like, oh, I need that right now. So that would be amazing. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, that's another episode in the books. Hello? Hello? I said it's over. Why are you still listening? Like, seriously, the episode is over. If you're still listening right now, you know what? You're probably a chronic procrastinator. Guess what? I'm still listening to you. Come on, for real, seriously. We gotta go do something productive. No, like, for real. No, for real, for real. Okay, you can keep listening.